The news day continues here on One News Now. I am Mon Gualvez. Several government officials and organizations have penned heartfelt messages for Mother's Day. In her message, Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte emphasized the role of mothers in sustaining the values of the Filipino society. For Senate President pro tempore Loren Legarda, the Mother Earth should receive the same appreciation and gratitude the public gives to their own mothers. Meanwhile, the United Nations Population Fund Philippines is calling for adequate reproductive health care for women, citing an increase in maternal deaths over the past 2 years. The Manila Economic and Cultural Office is optimistic that the Philippines won't lose its visa-free privileges in Taiwan. MECO Chairman Silvestre Bello III said this is important in case tensions escalate between China and the United States in the Taiwan Strait. Philippine passport holders can stay up to 14 days in Taiwan without visa until July 31 this year, which could still be extended upon evaluation. Taiwan resumed the visa-free entry scheme for Filipinos in September last year after it was halted due to COVID-19 travel restrictions.
We were informed na there might be some policy changes, pero hanggang ngayon wala pa naman. And I'm still confident na yung ating visa-free privilege will not be discarded. Kasi kailangan nilang mga Pilipino.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I am Mon Gualvez. The Miss Universe Philippines organization draws flack over supposed technical difficulties during the coronation. The details in this video.
Miss Universe Philippines 2023 is
Makati Bet Michelle D has been crowned Miss Universe Philippines 2023, besting 37 other Pinays in the competition. Her family is chock full of beauty queens. Michelle herself is the daughter of 1979 Miss International Melanie Marquez. She's also cousins with 2017 Reina Hispano-Americana Winwin Marquez.
Michelle Marquez D represents.
Michelle is also a pageant veteran, with the 2023 pageant being her second journey with Miss Universe Philippines. In the 2022 edition of the pageant, Michelle was crowned Miss Philippines Tourism. She also competed in Miss World 2019, finishing at top 12. Michelle is the second beauty queen to win both the Miss World Philippines and the Miss Universe Philippines crown after Catriona Gray. At the pageant on Saturday, Michelle also took home the Best Evening Gown Award. But the event was not without snags. The organizers announced that they ran into some technical issues after announcing the top 10. The glitch forced them to tally results manually, after which they brought back the top 18 candidates, all of whom qualify for the evening gown competition and the top 5. The organizers have yet to issue an official statement on the matter. Once the top 5 were announced, it was time for the Q&A portion. The candidates were asked, what is the best thing that the Philippines has to offer? Michelle's answer, for her, Filipinos are the heart and soul of the country. She added that no matter where the universe takes her, she will always be proud to be a Filipina. Michelle was not the only big winner of the night. Bohol's Pauline Amelings was crowned Miss Supranational Philippines. She will be the first to compete at the Miss Supranational pageant in July. Meanwhile, Baguio's Krishna Gravides took the Miss Charm Philippines crown and will represent the country in Vietnam next year. Michelle's runners-up were Christine Opiaza from Zambales and Pampanga's Angelique Manto. During the after-party at Okada, Manila, Michelle vowed to give her very best to capture the Miss U crown.
I will work 300% to make sure that we get that fifth crown. Hashtag Di Patapos, of course. And you know, I have such an amazing team behind me, and I know that the organization, the Miss Universe Philippines organization, will have my back and make sure that I am in tip-top shape to represent the Philippines.
Michelle will compete at the Miss Universe pageant later this year in El Salvador. Reigning Miss Universe Phil-Am Arboni Gabriela was also a special guest in last night's pageant. Catch her interview with our very own Kathy Yang on Thought Leaders here on One News. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. The operations at LRT2 are now back to normal after a fire broke out near the Recto station. The train line implemented a provisionary service due to the incident earlier today. Typhoid cases in the Philippines has increased by 77% in the first quarter of the year. Areas with high cases include the Cordillera, Northern Mindanao, Central Visayas, and Mimaropa. Typhoid fever is a life-threatening infection usually spread through contaminated food or water. Meanwhile, the Philippine Taekwondo team fueled a gold rush at the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. Kurt Barbosa, Arven Alcatara, Samuel Morrison, and Kirsty Elaine Alora all added to the country's gold medal haul. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 4:30 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I am Mon Gualvez. We are One News.